Order in the court.
Order in the court.
Gavel, gavel, bitch. It's the blank list. Gavel, gavel, bitch. It's the blank list.
Welcome to The Blank List, where every week we fill in the blanks to create a top 5 list that will define culture for generations to come. What we do here is not subjective. It is objective, fact-based, rigorously researched journalism. Here's how it all works. We each bring 5 items that fit our designated category. By the end of the episode, we will whittle that down to the top 5 items that make the blank list. And today's category is, drumroll please, the top 5 craziest things that have ever happened. Please join me in welcoming my co-hosts. He's bold and he's tight, Adam Capriolo. And my favorite Digimon, Dane Stewart-Mon.
Hello.
Hi.
I am Trana Winter, the presiding judge over today's proceedings, a role I promise to conduct with all the integrity of Katy Perry blasting off into space.
Oh, God.
Court is now in session, and Dane, we will start with you and what you've brought to the table in terms of craziest things that have ever happened.
Okay, the first craziest thing is that I have done my research. I'm continuing along my train of trying to do research, write things down, see how that feels. So
For sure.
It's feeling dry.
well,
We might need a little lube.
okay, number 1, the year is 1959, and we are in the frigid Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union.
We're where?
in the frigid Ural Mountains of the
Ural?
Soviet... Ural? You're all along for the ride with me, right? A group of 9 skilled hikers sets off into the snow on a days-long hiking trip that they'd planned to the T. When they don't return home, an expedition sets out 6 weeks later. Their tents are discovered mysteriously slashed open from the inside. They were trying to escape something inside the tent. The hikers are all found to have fled outside into the freezing temperatures, in some case wearing no clothes at all. 6 are discovered to have died from hypothermia. 3 died from blunt force trauma stronger than a car crash, but no instrument was found. Theories for their deaths range from secret military experiments to Yetis to aliens, but no one knows for sure what happened. My first entry for the craziest things to ever happen is the 1959 Dyatlov Pass incident.
Dyatlov?
Dyatlov Pass.
Next season on Stranger Things for sure.
Look, if you guys listen to true crime podcasts, this is
Okay.
the pinnacle
She knows
of
about that one?
unsolved cases.
Okay.
The stenographer
The
knows about it.
pinnacle of unsolved cases. Now, let's head down under. Australia, 1932. Picture a vast open landscape and a group of soldiers preparing to defend their land from a relentless invasion. They're armed with machine guns, they're ready for battle, and the first of their enemies emerges. Sleek gray feathers, a dinosaur-like face, and the only bird with calf muscles. These soldiers are about to wage war against 20,000 flightless birds, and the birds are gonna win. My second entry for the craziest thing to ever happen is the Great Emu War of 1932.
Did you know about this, Adam?
Crossed it off my list.
I also will flag that I heard that covered on My Favorite Murder literally last week. So
Okay.
I did kind of steal
It is
from them.
one of the craziest things that ever happened. Sorry.
Next, you think that's crazy? Next, we need to go back in time, way back 4.6 billion years ago. A swirling disk of dust and gas left over from the sun's birth has just coalesced into Earth. The period from 4.6 billion years ago up to 600 million years ago is known as the precambrian era. This era makes up 7/8 of Earth's history, and yet, despite this, relatively little is known about it. Imagine 4 billion years of cooling rock, churning water, and gusting wind, and other than that, silence. My third entry for the craziest thing to ever happen is the precambrian era.
Okay, as a whole.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Hey, covers a lot of territory.
Now, we're jumping forward again. The year is 1996.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
chilly
I know about
December
that year.
evening in Washington, D.C. We're on the lawn of the White House for the National Christmas Tree lighting. The stage is set for a grand holiday celebration, and this year is special. This year, President Bill Clinton invited one of the greatest singers of the era to perform at the ceremony. This singer takes the stage, and boy, she has presence. But wait, why are the cue cards with the lyrics wrong? And where are her background singers? My fourth entry for the craziest thing to ever happen is Patti LaBelle's 1996 performance at the National Christmas tree lighting.
This Christmas.
Where are my background singers at? If you haven't seen this,
Oh, it's essential.
go watch
Pretty
it.
sure everyone's seen it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That was great.
America, 1933. This is about the same time as the Great Emu War, but while Aussie soldiers are shooting at flightless birds, in the U.S., radio astronomer Carl Jansky is listening to the night sky with specialized radio equipment, and he detects a strange radio signal coming from the center of the Milky Way. It would take decades before scientists would confirm that these radio signals were coming from a black hole located smack dab in the center of our galaxy, right between Scorpio and Sagittarius, a black hole with the mass of 4 million suns. A black hole that is not currently devouring stars, but it has in the past. A black hole where time moves dramatically slower than on Earth. If you visited the edge of this black hole, you could watch the universe age faster than you. My fifth entry for the craziest thing to ever happen is the Milky Way's central supermassive black hole, Sagittarius A asterisk.
Wow.
We have very similar lists. My first one is La La Land versus Moonlight at the Oscars. That shit.
That's a different kind of crazy.
That shit was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was one
crazy.
of the best nights.
Can you describe what happened for
Yes,
those who don't
please.
recall?
Of course. So La La Land and Moonlight are the two frontrunners for Best Picture at the Oscars. It is 2017 or 16. I mean, this
It's past the Precambrian era. That's what's
yeah, Moonlight and La La Land are the front runners. They're both taking awards here and there. It seems kind of like maybe it's going in La La Land's direction. Maybe it doesn't seem like Moonlight's going to win. And then Emma Stone wins Best Actress for La La Land. Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty go on stage to present the Best Picture Oscar, and they are handed the envelope that reads Emma Stone for La La Land instead of the Best Picture award.
I didn't know that's what happened.
Yeah.
Warren Beatty opens it and he goes, and meanwhile Faye Dunaway
Snaps it out.
snaps it up, goes,
Please.
Warren, La La La. Exactly like that.
Yeah.
La La Land rushes on stage. I'm bored at home. I'm disappointed. Another Oscars that's boring. And then suddenly, one of the producers of La La Land jumps to the mic and says, "We didn't win Best Picture. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture." Shows the envelope to the camera. Everyone flips out. There are images of every single person in the audience flipping out. And I could not sleep till like 7 a.m. I was texting every single person I've ever met. People from my past were hearing from me for sure. And I was like, did you see that?
That is crazy.
Okay.
Number 2, eclipses.
Oh,
I'm sorry. What? The moon, this tiny ass thing, the sun, this big ass thing,
Earth.
are the same size for a minute?
That is kind of.
So what that's about, we don't know why. We don't know if it has any purpose in this world. But the sun is like, oh, fuck. Not me with, this is the craziest, best inventions of all time all over again. The sun is like 400 times bigger than the moon, but
Okay.
it's also 400 times further than the moon. So then that...
Wait, so it's perfect?
It's perfect.
I didn't know that.
It's almost exactly perfect.
Okay.
And we don't have a reason for that. It doesn't do anything to Earth. It only makes us believe in God.
It's God.
Number 3,
God.
the first fish on land.
I
Okay.
think that's probably well, who knows? Is that Precambrian?
I think it's post.
I think it's post too.
No idea.
Is there
No one looked this up.
That fish that was like,
It might
up
mark
where
the
they
end.
run, and then went up on land and was like, what's this about?
okay, but is there a specific fish?
His
Or
name's
is this-
Roger. It was...
Is this a known story?
No, it's like probably something I saw on like a TV show.
Right.
Once. But like it happened.
And that's what led to evolution?
Yeah, that's what led to animals on land.
Okay.
A fish or like some underwater creature
Going onto
Going
land
onto
for
land.
the first time. And before that, there were no land creatures?
There were
Thank God Dane's here.
cytobacteria. Or
Yeah, there was
something like-
bacteria.
There was bacteria, but not like animals.
No, there weren't.
Everything came from the sea, basically, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, because
and that moment where something leapt from the sea onto land changed everything.
everything and possibly
For the worst.
for the worst.
Cyanobacteria.
Okay.
My fourth. Oh, it's so hard to choose. I have 7, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Selena Gomez being at the top of both the actor and singer food chain. What?
Well, I didn't. I mean, that's hard to define what the food chain is, but I believe she still is currently the most followed person on
After
Instagram.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
After famously from.
Oh, right,
our-
from our discussion of the most famous people
Yeah.
alive.
So that one is a bit confusing to me. No
Like,
hate.
how could someone so boring be so famous?
That's
And she
what we
seems like
want.
a lovely person. But do I want her to be our grand diva? Does she want to be our grand diva?
I agree that it is crazy.
And she gets nominated for Emmys for Only Murders in the Building, Golden Globes. She was almost nominated for an Oscar for Emilia Perez.
Do you feel like this is the flattening of culture, though? Like, it needs to be flattened so it can be marketed to as many people as possible,
Yes.
and we need to be able to project whoever we are onto that, like, every person,
Definitely.
and she is that.
I
every
also
man.
think we're being lied to.
Do you think there's something more sinister?
I think there's something more sinister.
Is she a
about it.
lizard person?
That's what I was. Is she the first fish?
So that's why I had trouble choosing because it's basically the same answer. And do we want pop culture or history?
History.
History. But we might need to.
Back
I think
up.
we're going to need the backups.
The Dancing Plague of 1518. This
This one's
was
on all the lists.
this was
A
a
1518. Okay.
I think it was in Spain or France. It was in France, in Strasbourg. A woman just started dancing one day like a maniac in the street, and then her daughter started doing it, and then many people in the whole town started doing it, and people died from dancing because they were just having a manic episode where everyone was dancing, and
Mass
people don't
psychosis.
people don't really know why it happened. They have theories,
God.
but like it was a dancing epidemic in the streets of Strasbourg in 1518.
Oh my God.
Isn't that cunty?
It's. I'm here for it.
I know. And yeah.
And it's a Lady Gaga song.
The Dancing Plague of 1518. I believe that's on Joanne.
Yes, I believe. I believe Joanne caused that psychosis. She was the mom.
Exactly.
She was the one who started.
And I'll bring my extras later should we need.
Perfect.
Great. Perfect.
Well, thank you both. Here are mine. The unsolved murder of John Benet Ramsey.
Of course.
Good one.
How? How?
I know.
And to me, the craziest part is that we'll never know. We'll never know.
Didn't we figure out who the Zodiac Killer was?
Not the Zodiac Killer, but the Golden State Killer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Zodiac.
But I mean, I would really like to know, obviously, as much as the next person, and we can talk about the case in more detail.
Of course we should.
Can
Shortly.
you give us
We're
like
in
a
court.
one line?
Sure.
Like, what is the case?
So John Benet Ramsey was a child beauty pageant queen, and she was murdered on Christmas night in 1993, I believe.
90s for sure.
Early 90s. The parents and her brother were the main suspects, and it just became the story of the 90s. Like, if you were alive in the early 90s, I mean, I know today we have very short news cycles, but she was on the cover of every tabloid magazine for like 5 years. Like, as a kid in the 90s, I would see her face on like every magazine cover at the grocery store forever, and all the 2020 specials and all the TV reporting. It was just a media frenzy.
I feel like it's
to
like
this day
yeah.
that Reddit, there's a subreddit about the John Benet case, and it is wild.
I feel like it's like the perfect example or like the macrocosm or whatever of the missing little white girl.
Yeah.
It's like that is the thing for some reason we care about most in the world.
Yeah.
And for good reason. But like,
Don't want girls to die.
no.
No, of course not. But yes, there's something about
Let the stenographer know that we don't want girls to die.
But yeah, there's something about the level of attention that it got and still continues to receive.
It's every single true crime podcast
Right.
has a John
Yeah.
Benet Ramsey episode.
Yeah.
I think
And
they all
like
do.
Katy Perry, isn't she her or something?
Yes, there is also a conspiracy theory that she never died and she grew up to be Katy Perry,
That
which I do
seems
subscribe to.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Probably happened.
My next one is the Beanie Baby craze. That was a wild time. How did such an enormous part of the population go so crazy for these little stuffed animal toys? Like, the frenzy was nuts. People were turning over delivery trucks.
Did you guys have Beanie Babies?
Yeah.
I had them. And do you remember when they became like an investment
Yes.
resource?
Did you
I
guys
used
watch
to
that doc?
Yes, it's an amazing documentary. And
It's a great documentary movie, yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll.
a documentary film. No one says documentary movie. And I used to have one of those guidebooks that would tell you like how much it's worth today and how much it will be worth in like 2008. And today you can't give them away for free.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
they have no value.
Yeah. I think in the doc they talk about how it's coming back up because
No, but it didn't. No, it
like-
didn't. Which is also part of the craziness
I
to
know.
me. Is that
it's definitely worse than Labubu.
to go through that craze and for it to literally be worth nothing. Yeah. But people really lost their minds for
I
those
know.
little
I
Beanie
just
Babies.
remember the like back of the door like pocket things where like you would put all your like I didn't have one, but I was jealous of friends who had like
Yeah, I
like,
love
stuff for like
that.
50 in there.
Also kind of related to Beanie Babies because there was one made in her honor, Princess Diana's death. That is one of the craziest things that has ever happened.
90s kid over here.
Yes, very nice. I
Yeah.
mean, yes.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
That is insane. Yeah.
when she died, I was still like really quite young, so I didn't have like a full. I mean, I knew who she was, but I didn't understand like why it was such a big deal. But I got so caught up in the frenzy that even I wrote a song about her passing.
Wait, do you know it still?
I only know the first line of the song,
Please.
which was Princess Diana. Why did you leave us in such pain?
Princess Diana for me, my family is not like pop culture or
Right.
whatever. They're a bit monarchy. But like it was used as an example for my mom to be like, do up your seatbelt. Like
Oh my God.
it was like Princess Diana didn't have her seatbelt done up, so you should do your seatbelt.
Wow.
So I grew up thinking Diana's a terrible person.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I feel very differently now.
just for someone so high profile to die
At
in
their
that
peak.
way at their peak and so young, she was 33-ish,
Like out.
Mid
34th,
mid-30s,
between 33 and 36.
Also, for it to have been like caused by the media, by the paparazzi, like chasing her, putting
Yeah.
this pressure on her.
But
It's just
and
awful.
we'll talk more about it. But
Yes.
I do think there was more sinister things at play.
Okay.
And my next choice, which I don't even really want to talk about because it truly disturbs me. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of Travis the chimp.
No.
Have you seen Nope?
Yeah.
You know Gordy,
Yeah.
the monkey that goes
Oh.
crazy and kills the cast of that show?
It happened.
It's based on a true story. There was a chimp named Travis who was bought and raised by this couple. And he was really treated like a child of the family. They, spoiled him like they would a young kid. He also did like commercial work and some TV work. And they really treated him like a human. But he later on became like obese and had all kinds of behavioral problems. And one day he kind of ran away. And the woman who owned him called her best friend to like help her get Travis back home. So the friend took his Elmo doll to like lure him back in. But he saw that she had the toy, and I guess he thought that she was stealing the toy or taking it away from him. He unleashed on the best friend and annihilated her.
Oh my God.
Basically ripped off her face.
Oh my God.
It's horrific. She was on Oprah like years later.
She survived?
She survived. And she got a face transplant.
From the chimp.
Oh my God.
From Nicolas Cage.
Jesus.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Like, when I saw Nope, I thought that storyline was scarier than the alien
Of
storyline.
course. That's the scariest part of the movie.
But there was something familiar about it. So after I saw the movie, I looked it up and then I found out
Got
the
it.
story of Travis. And I was just like, I will never be near a monkey. I don't trust them.
Clip that.
I don't trust them. I will never. They look too much like us. They are too strong. And they can snap.
They're kind
Yeah.
of cute, the little ones.
No.
Well, that's what they...
That's
But
what
then
they
they
want you to
steal your
think.
cell phone in Thailand. And you're like,
And then
"Oh."
rip off your face. and-
Yeah. No, it's just like, it's so horrific. It's just like, it's just
Like,
crazy.
Jane Goodall just died.
Yeah.
So just have a little bit of...
A moment of silence.
For Jane.
Thanks, Jane.
Does anyone have any extras they want to throw into the
Well, I
mix?
have my
try
last
it, go
one.
ahead.
Thank you. Order. I mean, we are approaching this in a fact-based,
Of course, we're journalists.
objective manner.
Yeah.
And so there was no way that I could leave 9/11 off the list.
I would like to talk about that, obviously, when we return. Because my one that I almost put on was, it also happened on 9/11.
Oh.
The Glitter album being released on 9/11.
That adds a level of
Exactly. I think we can
craziness.
incorporate those
I think
two.
we can incorporate
They're
those
friends
two.
for sure.
Yeah.
9/11 also means everything that happened on that day besides.
Also, I would like to glom into that the AI Charlie XCX song about 9/11.
She has a
which I
song
feel-
about 9/11.
Well, no,
No, an
someone
AI.
generated an
Oh
AI
my
song in the style of Charlie XCX
Okay.
about 9/11.
They hit the second tower. How does it go again? Like that?
Oh,
Inside job.
God.
Oh no, inside job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we will talk about that.
Yeah, that'll be our outro music for every episode.
But I believe that everyone watching and listening knows what 9/11 is.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't think I need to explain it, but
And everyone watching, listening also knows what glitter is.
we would hope.
We would hope. Yeah.
Otherwise,
Look it up.
get
Look
the
it up.
hell. No, everyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome.
Especially if you know what happened to John Benet Ramsey.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Please, if you know,
Comment.
call the number below your screen.
If you are Katy Perry and you are also John Benet Ramsey, please.
Call the number below your screen.
Quickly. We have no time to lose.
Just the wrong
Order,
rotisserie chicken
order. So now that all our choices
I have one more I could throw in, but should I do that later? Or
Okay, the court will allow it.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kanye interrupting Taylor at the VMAs.
I almost put that on my
It
list.
started everything.
It started
It
everything.
literally changed everything. We would not be talking about Taylor
Swift.
versus Beyonce in this way, or as the pinnacles of all
Right.
pop star queendom.
Yeah.
We would not have. This was a foreshadowing event to Kanye's, both his lack of being
Sane.
and also maybe a little too sane.
And on that,
And on that,
the court will take a brief recess. We will collect our thoughts, conduct any research necessary in regards to these selections. And
Great
we
selections, I
will-
have to say.
Great
this
selections.
is a good
but we
drive.
do have our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
And so we will return shortly with the deliberations.
It's the blank list.
Order in the court. Court is now back in session. It is now time for us to deliberate the choices we've brought to the table and whittle them down to the definitive top 5 craziest things that have ever happened.
Here we are.
Now, this is a substantial long list.
shorter than Best Movie Moms.
Yeah, weirdly that was
That was way harder.
That was, well, I do feel like this is challenging.
This is kind of challenging.
How do we define crazy?
That's a beautiful question.
Insane.
Insane. Out of the ordinary. One.
Unpredictable.
Stranger Things.
Crazy. It's like, what number of random events all have
Right.
to coalesce at the same time for this to happen?
Love that.
It's like
yeah, that's
many
great.
different things.
That's great because I think some of these aren't random for me.
Right.
Like
Because
Kanye
also-
and Taylor, I don't know how random that was.
Right. That's fair. But I think
But
because
it changed everything
yeah.
forever.
So that there's impact too. Are we
Impact is good.
is impact a factor?
Because Dancing Plague had no impact.
But it was
But it was
was
crazy.
Well, so this is the other question. I think mystery is another like kind of an X factor here. Like we don't understand this.
right.
Like there is no. I feel like Dyatlov Pass, John Bonet, like those are on this plane because you don't have an answer.
Right.
Do you find that La La Land versus Moonlight loses some of its impact because we've received all the answers? We know that it was an accountant who gave the wrong card.
Well, no.
He took a
just be-
selfie with Emma
no,
Stone.
just
Okay.
because there is a difference between a crazy thing and a mysterious thing. And while there is some overlap for sure,
They're two circles.
They're two circles.
Yeah.
They're
We're not here to talk about, even though we do have some
We
mysteries.
didn't say the most mysterious
We
things
didn't say
that ever happened.
the most mysterious or the biggest unsolved mysteries, even though there is, again, some overlap.
Here's my argument: is that mystery can fall within crazy.
Yes.
Like there can be
Yeah.
all mysteries are crazy, but all crazies are not mysteries.
Exactly.
Exact-
So I think we're
So
gonna
for the
have
square.
some mysteries
Yes,
on our top 5.
Square or rectangle?
Yes. Not all squares are rectangles, but all rectangles are.
Reverse that.
That-
Wait.
No.
Neither of
Not
them are
all
true.
squares are rectangles. Wait.
Wait.
Not all rectangles are squares, but all squares are rectangles.
Squares are rectangles.
Allegedly. We don't want to
Yeah.
upset the rectangle
Craziest
community.
thing: squares are rectangles.
But all to say, that's why I would not automatically remove the
Kanye Taylor
and the Oscar thing because those are crazy. And
I
they
do-
don't need to be mysterious to be crazy.
Those are crazy because of impact and because of the number of strange things that had to come together for them to happen.
And
Exactly.
because award shows are boring and predictable and nothing ever happens,
Yes.
love them so much.
Yeah.
And
That's-
when something goes wrong, like the Will Smith slap,
The
Yes,
Oscar
I almost
streaker.
put that on my
yeah,
list. Yeah.
it just didn't have as much cultural impact, I think, as
No.
La La Land and Moonlight.
Yeah.
And I was also saving some things for like I'm sure one day we'll do like best celebrity feuds.
Yeah.
Because I almost also in relation to 9/11, I almost put the Rosie and Elizabeth Hasselbeck fight on The View and the split screen.
That is like
use.
one of we've
That will
performed that live.
certainly be on a list at a later date. But also in regards to 9/11, I would like to maybe clarify.
Please.
Yeah, please.
Just because as Barrister Capriolo pointed out during the recess, that I didn't specify the planes hitting the towers. That I just said a date. I didn't even give the year.
But we all knew, right?
Yes.
I made the assumption, but you know, there's a danger in assuming, especially here at the blank list.
Exactly, yeah.
That is dangerous territory. But I do think that when I put 9/11 on my list, it was all of those things in terms of completely out of the ordinary, especially in North America at that time. I think we all had this very false sense of security, especially being in Canada in the early 2000s. Like it didn't seem like anything like that could ever happen in our lifetimes. And there is a mystery element. Again, not that that's essential, but there is.
Yeah.
It adds to it.
And
That
some of the
impact.
theories are crazy.
Yeah.
But crazily believable.
Yeah.
And according to Rosie O'Donnell, it was an inside job.
I do find the conspiracy element that we're throwing into the mix here and craziest things that have ever happened is kind of part of it.
It is, absolutely.
Because
can
John
be.
Bonet, that's all so many conspiracies.
Yeah.
Right?
But the 9/11
Except for the Katy Perry one, that's
conspiracies
true.
Are not that, like, they're substantiated by science
Yeah.
and physics.
Oh, you're talking steel doesn't melt?
Exactly.
I was talking about George Bush did it. Because that, I'm like, allegedly feels right.
Yeah, I think allegedly.
Also,
I think allegedly they knew, but they didn't stop it.
Yeah. And allegedly, the same person who, I just learned about this the other day, the same person who allowed it to happen is the woman who Zero Dark 30 is based off of.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
can't believe that this whole time we've been worried about like our pedophile talk. Like I'm pretty sure our 9/11 talk. Is
No, I think everyone knows it was an inside job by now, allegedly.
Yeah, Charlie XCX wrote that song.
Oh right, I forgot.
Yeah.
It
Allegedly.
also 9/11
But Rosie
brought
O'Donnell
us.
stating that on The View,
Yeah.
on national television in the United States on one of the most popular daytime shows is really badass.
We need a Rosie O'Donnell list.
We will have one one
Yeah.
day.
Top 5.
But yeah,
Rosie
so to
O'Donnell
me,
moments.
9/11 just represents just like even I think like what this year was it one of the big anniversaries? I don't remember.
It was 25 years. It's going to be this year.
So randomly in my algorithm, like old news footage, because you don't really see it, you know?
9/11 2 years ago, I woke up to a YouTube page. That was on my home feed. It was a 3 hours of the morning of 9/11
Oh my
on
god.
the news, and I watched the entire 3 hours.
You can't look away.
The 45 minutes leading up to it, I was just like, when's it gonna happen?
Yeah,
And then it happens, and they don't know what it is.
I know.
And then something else happens. They're like, is that a plane? It's great. And then it falls.
It's crazy.
And then the Glitter album came out. Like,
That's one of the
too
most
many things happen.
iconic images.
Is the Glitter album in front of the tower?
Yeah, there's a glitter poster outside one of the subway stations with the tower in the background.
We'll put it right here.
And it also resulted in "Come From Away," which does make me happy.
Nova Scotia ass.
No, it's Newfoundland.
I
Nova
don't
Scotia and Newfoundland. Just if you're listening, Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, not the same
Yeah,
place.
and I do think that obviously, like, not that I think this is known, that, you know, was one of the major turning points in this descent into fascism that's been
The
happening
securitization
progressively
of
over the past
the
25
world.
years.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's totally changed contemporary life on this planet.
Yeah, the Glitter album was really effective.
totally changed contemporary life on this planet, much like
La La
the
Land. versus-
pre-Cambrian.
Okay, I think the thing with the pre-Cambrian era
Yes.
is that the craziest thing that ever happened that it happened or that we don't know about it?
Right. Please clarify
Yeah.
for the court.
It's the craziest thing.
Please
that ever-
explain.
Thank you.
The craziest
Please
thing.
explain.
The craziest thing that.
Dane, if you don't explain soon, well, you in
It's
contempt
that
of
we
the court.
don't. It's two things. It's one that we don't know anything about it. It's 4 billion years of the planet, most of the planet's existence, that we just don't know anything about.
So there's no physical evidence from that time.
There's like some little like fossils of bacteria and stuff.
Okay.
But the second thing that I think is more crazy is the silence. Just nothing happened. The life forms that developed these like single-celled organisms, you couldn't see them. They weren't like moving. Like it just 4 billion years
of nothing.
of nothing.
On
Think
this
about
planet.
That. On
Sounds
this
like
planet.
heaven.
It sounds like
Sign
heaven, I
me
swear.
up.
Sign me up.
All of us just chilling, or just me.
We're just crazy. It sounds.
They
it's a dream
describe
come
like
true.
Sounds like
some
a
of the
spa.
first organisms or some of the first like creatures were these little like blob things, and
Yeah.
I am kind of like I wish I was just a nice little blob thing.
Well, you're a descendant.
Yeah.
Of Blob.
Okay, that's offensive to me, but
You're giving single cell organism blob.
Those are your ancestors. Okay.
Don't talk shit.
blob.
Well, I mean, fish on land.
Fish on land. Fish on land. I feel like is the end of the pre-Cambrian. I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there who's like actually.
So I don't think
Scientists
they're
comment
listening to
below.
this. They are definitely not listening to this.
right.
So we're in a safe space.
But somewhere around there, like fish crawled out and an era changed.
Yeah.
Right.
And like, why? Like,
do you think the fish going onto land is the equivalent of Lady Gaga putting on a pink cowboy hat?
I was gonna say the same thing. So yeah, like when Gaga put on that cowboy hat and sang the dancing like a 1518.
Fish going onto land is kind of Kanye taking the mic from Taylor.
Elaborate.
Yeah.
And I
Like-
agree already.
Well, it's like the moment when like a creature realized that it had agency and was like,
Honestly, yes.
I am not subject to the cultural norm.
Like,
I
I
will
don't
not
need to sit in the
accept
audience. Yeah.
Life like exclusively underwater.
I'm pretty sure the funniest thing about the
And Kanye was like, I will not accept life where Taylor is celebrated
as better than Beyonce.
as better than Beyonce.
Yes.
And I think what's funny about that night too is I think Taylor won like best female video of
That
the
was the
year.
one that he spoke out again. Or was
Yeah.
it video of the year?
Video of the year went to Beyonce for Single
Oh, it
Ladies.
did?
I'm pretty sure because then she gave up her speech to Taylor. I think this is true.
Oh, okay.
This is all alleged.
Yeah. We don't
and then
care
the
enough
fish
to look it up.
walked on the stage. No. I'm pretty sure that like if Kanye had said nothing, Beyonce would still have an award for
Right.
that video.
Right.
But it's true. It's about like realizing we have free will.
Yes.
And like Kanye is just listening to his ancestor, the fish. And we don't like Kanye now.
Now, can I just say one thing about the great oxygenation event?
The great what?
Oxygenation. Oxygenation event.
I forgot.
Was
about
that one of your things?
It occurs within the Precambrian era. So, Earth initially didn't have oxygen, and
Okay.
then these bacteria formed over like 2 billion years, and then the bacteria, cyanobacteria, eventually started being able to produce oxygen. But at that time, oxygen was toxic to everything else on Earth. So they made oxygen. Everything died, and then had to start anew, and that's where the life that we know began.
So how did it begin?
With the great oxygenation event.
No, but I'm just saying because the great oxygenation
Is that-
wiped everything out.
Except for the single cell organism.
Except for certain organisms like the
Except for grandfather
cyanobacteria.
blob.
Okay. And so one of those organisms turned into a fish. That fish jumped out of the water.
And turned into
Took the
Kanye.
mic from Taylor Swift, crashed Princess Diana's car, and ran the fuck away. Got onto the plane.
Handed Warren Beatty the envelope.
And invented Beanie Baby.
Oh.
It's all. It goes all the way to the top. And that fish was Cher.
Share in mermaids.
Okay, that was a breakthrough.
That was really
I think
good.
we have a lot of good stuff there. I would like to discuss Selena Gomez at the top of the food chain. And by food chain, I mean pop culture chain.
I just don't think it's that crazy. Because I think to Dane's
Can you
earlier-
name another decade or time period where someone who, again, seems lovely, but in terms of charisma to be like at the top, where someone else in a previous decade has been like that?
Well, the closest example that I could give, and I know that a lot of people will disagree,
Okay.
is Celine Dion.
Oh, yeah.
Because
No, I see what you mean.
Celine, because in general, people who become these sort of superstars, there is a certain sexiness that's not even necessarily sexual, but just that sort of rock star, sexy, charismatic sort of
It
energy.
factor, yeah.
And I'm not saying that Celine doesn't have
She has the charisma,
but
yeah,
she has no sex appeal.
Right.
And she is a dork for all intents and purposes. And I say that with love
Yeah, we all
and
love her.
respect.
and
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
But I genuinely, when I look at especially her time in the 90s or even the early 2000s when she was really at her peak, I cannot wrap my head around how someone so dorky could be so internationally popular.
Right. Mhm.
Like I still can't wrap my head around
There
that.
is a Taylorness to that.
Yes, there is.
Where it's like,
But there is a Taylorness to Selena too, but I agree with you that Selena brings even less to the table than
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
And Taylor brings less to the table than Celine, I would argue.
I think another example for me is Sutton Foster sort of superseding Patti LuPone as like the it girl on Broadway, which I think furthers
that's a great
this
example. If you don't know what
hypothesis-
this is great.
Oh, so
But who would put Sutton Foster above Patty?
Well,
people would in the. I mean, Sutton Foster won the Tony Award for
anything goes.
Anything Goes,
And
which
Third
Patty
Watermelon.
did. Patty also win the Tony Award for that.
I think so, yeah.
But Sutton won it like 2 decades later. It's just, but Sutton Foster comes out and she has this effortlessness. It's like she's not even trying. But I think, again, you can project yourself onto that. You can imagine yourself doing that in a way where like Patti LuPone or certain other
Yes, it's
stars
too
who have this,
idiosyncratic.
like they're too much themselves that you
Yes.
cannot see yourself being that.
So-
and I think we're in an era where we all want to feel like we can be that.
And I think it's because of 9/11. No, I genuinely think the flattening of the
Yes.
personality post 9/11. Because I did remember when I first discovered Sutton Foster, I was like, such an effortless singer, but is it almost like nothing?
Right.
Is it almost just standing still and doing nothing and sounding perfect, whereas Patti LuPone didn't sound perfect, but was all charisma, all
Right.
personality, and you couldn't see yourself in her. You just wanted to diva worship.
Right.
And like that is
But see, and I grew up with the total opposite feeling. Like I would see these larger than life characters like Cher, Madonna, even Patti LuPone, and I felt like I could be them.
totally. Actually, that's
you
a
know?
great point. Yeah, yeah.
And I always felt like, isn't that how everyone thinks? But no.
But we're shining, brilliant personalities.
Whereas
and some
I
peop-
love Sutton Foster because I'm just a flattened
Oh,
worm
please.
of a human.
Please.
No,
You're a
Dane.
Digimon.
Yeah, you're Dane Stewart mom.
I mean, I do love Sutton Foster. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
watching
Oh, my
this, Sutton
God.
Foster, I am in love with you. I don't care about the Hugh Jackman shit. I love you. It's for a different episode.
A different. But that's why I would argue that it would actually be crazier if Selena had talent and personality and had the following that she has.
Off the list. That's an amazing
Because
point.
it's much more rare now. I think that back in the day, the norm was to have the sort of larger than life, aspirational people be the stars. But now, to both of your points, the people that are going to rise to the top, and I think we kind of talked about this in our most famous episode, is the people who just are lowest common denominator.
Totally.
And Selena is that. But I don't think that that's crazy in this moment in time. It sort of is the time,
Wow.
sadly.
For diva moments, I would like to draw your attention to the Patti LaBelle White House.
Yes.
Thank you so much for bringing that up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And that has to do with everything you said. Mystery. Why?
Why did this happen? So, how you have the?
It was Aretha Franklin.
Where? Yes. Where was the choir?
Where was the like? What,
Where's the
this
stage management team being like?
Yeah.
This is the
choir?
White House. This is
You-
a nationally
Yeah.
televised event. What's also who was like go out there
Whatever
to her
thing
and start
was
playing
lurking
band.
in that tent got the backup singers.
Wow. It all.
These are all connected.
Yeah, these are all connected.
But I think that's a great example of what you were saying before about just like the perfect storm of all these elements.
Exactly.
Like the stage manager probably being absent.
Yeah.
The people not knowing like, do I go on stage? Do I not go on stage?
One of the funniest people ever, Patti LaBelle,
Yes.
is doing this. Like
Exactly.
it could have been Selena Gomez.
Yes.
It could have
exactly.
been. That's all I have.
Also, the
And it could have
cultural
been-
impact.
Yes.
Like it's like
Could've been
every
Sheryl
queer
Crow.
person knows this video.
Everyone
Every
knows
queer
this
person-
video.
Yeah.
It brings so much joy. And it is crazy.
the second you said White House Christmas,
Me
I was
too,
like,
I
oh,
knew.
so Patti LaBelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think it meets the criteria for crazy.
100%.
Well, thank you.
Shall we talk? Speaking of Christmas,
Oh,
John Bonet died.
Yeah.
on Christmas.
Christmas.
That was really good reporting.
Well, we are reporters at court.
There are a
And
lot of
lawyers
theories.
at
I would
the
just like to
newspaper.
know, of course, this is all alleged, who you believe it was.
The father.
People think it's the brother, right?
A lot of people do.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
There are.
the brother. It was an accident, and then they covered it up.
I think it was the mom.
I'm not true crime pilled.
Me
So,
either,
So, like,
but-
I actually don't know much about John Benet Ramsey
Okay.
except for the confirmed fact that it's Katy Perry.
Right.
So that's where I'll stand. No one killed her. It's Katy Perry.
And that's crazy.
I don't know if this is relevant, but somehow I've listened to like 15 podcasts about John Benet Ramsey, and the details go into my head, and then they just leave.
Yes.
And so every time I'm like,
Because
it's-
you're John Benet Ramsey. You kind of look exactly like. You don't even have to remove your mask.
oh, it's it's the chimp's face.
I just think it's wild that this murder took place in the home
Yeah.
and they couldn't solve it.
Yeah. And it's like, I think I want to raise the news cycle element of it.
Yes.
Because, like, it's like, why her?
Why her?
And just, I think it's because she's the most, it's the white little
But then,
beauty
like-
pageant blonde girl
Yeah.
is like
the rich family.
it's the perfect representation of like impurity lost,
Yeah.
innocence lost.
Except
Yeah.
she's like look, if you look at the photos of her, it's like the beauty pageant photos. I don't know, they freak me out a little bit.
No,
Like,
they are
kids and like
freaky.
Yeah.
beauty pageant wear, where it's like not even a true representation of innocence, but like this sort of performed representation of what childhood innocence is in like the American like beauty
yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
It's
Which is like
disgusting.
put through this lens of like bimbo aesthetic.
Total-
Which is insane.
Oh, I'm back on board. Okay.
Yeah, no, they really try to make those kids look fuckable, and it's weird. Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is weird and crazy.
Let's talk more about the dancing psychosis.
I would really love to.
Do you know more about it?
I actually did do some research. Where it is in my brain, no one knows. But I have Strasbourg down.
I'm just imagining
Yeah.
like 10 people in your
was
brain.
really-
filling out little
Oh, it's
files.
less.
Say one more.
It's
French
one
word.
guy.
Travis.
It's the chimp. Strasbourg,
A different word, but with French accent.
France.
That's so hot.
Strasbourg.
Can you tell us
Please-
something more
yeah.
that you know?
Yeah,
please?
of course. So basically, some people think like this is actually what happened. People like they tried to stop people from dancing and they wouldn't stop. Like they couldn't stop, and people did die. And there are theories that it's like sometimes like a shared psychosis thing can happen. There was something about like they were praying to the saint who was like the saint of dance or something, and the idea that they believed in the saint of dance may have affected like a seizure thing that they were all like the part of the flu they had.
Right.
That like with that overlap made them be like, oh, I'm dancing.
Yeah.
And I believe that this is what it is. So like, it's like could be like a cultural and societal thing.
Right.
Like it couldn't happen now maybe because we don't believe in a dancing god, Mother
Unless-
Monster. Unless
Do you think that maybe like modern podcasting is like our version of the dancing plague? It's just like
my God, it just
people
keeps-
cannot stop podcasting.
People cannot stop podcasting.
It's a group psychosis. Like we're just
Oh my
trapped here podcasting until we.
I don't think you're wrong.
in like 400 years they'll be like the great podcasting dance craze of 2014. Like yeah, I mean that's a great point.
Yeah.
Because like now that would seem. I mean also. Maybe back then they were like, we just danced for a couple months.
Yeah.
Why are you guys taking it so seriously?
And just out of curiosity, what were your two alternatives?
I said all my alternatives.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. They were Glitter album on 9/11.
Okay.
And Kanye and Taylor.
Okay. And Dane, what on your
I have a-
list
so-
do you feel most strongly about?
The one I feel most strongly about that we haven't gotten into, and it's going to require a minute, is the Dyatlov Pass incident.
So these are the people in the tent.
These are so. I'm going to try to do this
Can we
from
call it Tent
from
Girls or
memory.
something? So just for.
Yeah, let's call it Tent Girls.
Okay, great, thanks.
So Tent Girls. It's 1959. We're in the Soviet Union. If you look at this on a map, it's in the middle of fucking nowhere, just like in the north of the Soviet Union. These 9 people.
north?
The north of the Soviet Union. It's like the middle of like snowy mountainous territory. 9 people who are all friends. They're all like pretty young. They're all experienced hikers. They go ski, hiking, camping for like it's like a week, 2-week trip, whatever. They know what they're doing. They're camping one night on this pass. They're all in one big tent together, and something happens that makes them cut the tent open from
the
the inside. So you have to imagine that's like something was happening where they were like, we don't even have time to open the door of the tent.
Right.
Like
Someone
something is
started dancing.
Not again!
They cut open the tent from the inside. Some people they find them without shoes on, so they were so freaked out that they run into the snow. It is snowy. They're on a snowy mountain. They know that if they leave without clothes, they will freeze to death. Some of them were later found like huddled next to a fire, like not wearing like all of their clothing, so didn't even go back to the tent to try to get their stuff. They were just like, we're staying over here. The rest were found like scattered about, like
Someone shat in the tent.
that's probably it.
Imagine it's that simple.
Yeah, exactly.
But then the way that they died, like 3 of them died with these like blunt force trauma injuries,
That
like
part's weird.
chest crushing injuries, where there wasn't a weapon nearby. There was no evidence that like people were attacking each other. It's just like they were
And they
crushed
all
somehow.
died?
All 9 of them died. All 9.
And
of the
all 9
corpses-
bodies were found.
All 9 bodies.
And there
were
was no
found.
like trace of like drugs or something?
There was no trace of drugs. There was no like weapon. There was no like evidence that someone killed another person. Like
So what
it
is
just-
the theory?
Yeah,
Like, what
like,
is the
what-
main
yeah,
theory
what's
that's
your theory
circulating
too?
about who
And is it
or what
Katy
it
Perry?
was?
Okay. Well, so there are a few different theories. There's an avalanche, or like fear of an avalanche. They think that they hear an avalanche coming, or
That
like
doesn't explain
doesn't
them
explain
being
the crush
blunt
injuries,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, yeah.
Or a slab avalanche. So maybe the idea is I think they like get crushed a little bit and then they have flee. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But there's no damage to the tent besides the rip.
No. which again, but
I don't like that.
It could make you want to flee thinking there's an avalanche, but it doesn't explain the injuries.
No, exactly.
They're like UFOs, of course, are a theory.
Always.
Something happened. There's
Yeah,
also
none of
like
us put aliens.
No.
there is a like military site not far from where they were. So
Stranger
I think
Things.
maybe it was like the military coming out and like doing tests on them, or the military like running tests nearby, like maybe doing something that made them all go like temporarily insane or something. Yeah, like loud explosions set off by the military where they were like, something awful is happening. We have to get
But
out
it
of here
still
right now.
doesn't explain.
It doesn't. There is
What
no
is the thing
satisfying-
that happened that made
Did
them
anyone
move?
survive?
No one survived. They all died.
Oh,
It's some.
except for John Bonet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of them was missing their tongue, but that never. If like,
What?
one of them was missing their tongue, but like my thought
Hypothermia
on
vibes?
that is like animals always eat the soft tissue first from corpses,
Oh,
as we
so
all
maybe
know.
it was just that.
So I'm like, well, maybe a wolf was just like,
Yeah.
tasty tongue. Like if you were gonna eat, like I don't
Right.
know. We all know about the plane crash in the Andes. Another one that was
Yeah.
on my
Yeah.
list of possibilities. Like, what do you eat first? Well, they weren't eating their tongues first. They were slicing up the meat and then freezing it.
Yeah.
I'm going in a.
The
And what
Andes
was
one is
the-
actually like almost a beautiful story.
The Andes one is
like
kind of a beautiful.
It's sad, but it's
It would make a
less-
great movie.
It's
It,
less
did,
cra-
it was a movie.
Oh.
With like famous actors like George Clooney or something.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
And just very quickly, we're going to adjourn shortly, but
we
what
should
was
all
the
remove
crazy
one
thing
from our
about
list.
the black hole?
Oh, so I have the Great Emu War and I have Sagittarius A asterisk.
So, like in one sentence, what is crazy about the Sagittarius black hole?
It's just black holes in general.
It's black holes in general, but the fact that there's a black hole at the center of our galaxy that like previously was probably devouring stars and just sucking things into it, but has stopped doing that.
Okay.
But it's just like right there at the center of our galaxy.
Hypothetically, if it started eating again, could we be eaten?
I looked this up and it said there's virtually no risk
Okay, then
that
I'm not
Sagittarius A
interested.
asterisk will ever eat us. But I also find it just fucked that if you like, okay, here are like weird facts about it. If you are next to it, like time slows down. Another thing is that space twists itself around it. Sagittarius A asterisk drags space-time around with it through frame dragging, which literally twists the fabric of the universe. Like this is just like black holes in general. I'm like, what the fuck is a black hole? Like,
So what I want to bring up with black holes is that for me,
Yeah.
it is really crazy, but it also does help explain some stuff.
like what?
Like
Like the disappearance of John Benet Ramsey.
That's
Nah.
how
Sucked up from her bedroom.
Into Sagittarius A asterisk. Wait, what if Sagittarius A asterisk?
That's why
all
Katy
of
Perry
these
went to space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To reconnect with her younger self.
things? She's just gonna sit in the like time slowed down place for 2,000 years and come back to Earth to be like, I have a new album.
Okay, and quickly, just tell us about the emus.
I will do this, but I also do think we haven't talked about Princess Di, and she is.
Oh my God, it's
like,
true.
At a very important one.
Okay, so just very quickly about the emus, and then we'll
Emus-
end with Princess Diana.
So it was in Australia in the 1930s. All of these emus started taking over the farmland, so the farmers couldn't grow their crops. So the farmers were like, "Come help us, military." The military came with like soldiers with machine guns. They started trying to shoot these like 20,000 emus.
But they just appeared out of nowhere?
Well, they were slowly like it was like a slow appearance.
and remind me what an emu looks like again?
It's like an ostrich.
It's- okay, that's
It's
what I
essentially
meant. Yeah.
an ostrich. But the emus started learning about how the attacks would work, and the emus started like appointing like essentially like captains who would like go out and like distract the army, and the emus, sometimes they would like over a period of weeks, they would kill emus and they would find like old bullets in the emus. So they'd been shot like multiple times and they just wouldn't die. And eventually they just gave up. But a few years later,
Wait, who gave up?
The Australian army. They gave
Yeah,
up
then-
and the
but
emus
then-
took over.
No, the emus took over Australia, and now
And they still rule
Well,
to
yeah,
this
there's
day.
the president of Australia is an emu.
The emus took over for a period of years, but then a few years
Period
later.
of years?
But then a few years later.
Were the people... Wait, there were
wait.
years where
They were listening to their emu overlords.
just
And this
just
was
in the
down
farmlands.
under.
Just in the farmlands, but then the cost of fencing eventually lowered, and they realized, oh, we can just put up fences, and the emus won't.
That's
go onto
what
our
stopped
farmland.
them?
Fences.
Bullets couldn't stop them, but fences could.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess then they can't jump.
No, they can't. They're flightless birds.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep up, Trano. They're flightless birds, like all of us.
Order, I will hold you in contempt
Yeah, the
if
bailiff
there's
is gonna
ever an outburst like that again in this courtroom.
Yeah, I feel scared.
Inside job.
And I just finally, we have to do Diana, and I just want to say the eclipses thing, the size of the sun and the
This
moon.
hand movement.
This is the Earth. This tiny speck, moon.
Your face?
This huge ball here, sun. How are they the same size?
That's why Sarah Jessica Parker lost her mind in that Instagram video during the eclipse.
Exactly.
She gets it.
Exactly. We connected on that.
But Sagittarius A asterisk is 4 million suns. Just saying.
Whoa.
Like what?
Like what?
Do you ever see those videos of like this is our sun and this is this next sun, and then it just gets bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
and I'm like, there are big suns.
There are big suns.
And on that,
And on that, Princess Diana.
Yeah.
it's crazy that we're still talking about her.
It is. But I think, I mean,
she's top of mind all
the
the
most
time.
charismatic person that ever lived?
Yeah.
Maybe.
What
Which
about
is crazy
Selena
'cause she was so
Gomez?
demure at the same time.
Her fashion? Oh.
Yeah.
The revenge dress?
I just think that
Bike
there
shorts.
are too many elements for it to be an accident.
Did you ever listen to the You're Wrong About
Yeah, I
series? on-
listened to
No.
it so many times.
What did you gain as insight from that?
That
if
it
you
was an
remember?
accident.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
It did sound like it was an accident. Exceptional 5-part series.
It's
from
so good,
You're Wrong
yeah.
About.
Okay, so I will listen to that.
You'll love it, yeah.
Okay. But
It's just her aunt down the stairs.
and so you feel do you both feel fairly convinced that it was an accident?
I feel like it was the car crash itself was an accident, but I do feel like it was caused by the obsession of the media. And
So you
the
don't think
paparazzi
the
by
royal
following
family
it.
took a hit out on her?
I don't.
I think.
And you don't think that Mossad did either?
No.
No.
I love that. I think that like it is still tragic because it's not necessarily an accident. It's just more speaks to like the media landscape and how we treat people that we love or
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah.
And it's like this is like I would say the ultimate example of that.
Yes,
Of like
absolutely.
she was young, she was free from her prison.
Yeah.
And she was just like figuring her life out, and then she was forced to leave through the back and all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's tragic.
Yeah. And I think also in relation to
I would say it's more tragic than crazy for me.
okay.
Yeah.
But
But I think maybe like for me the crazy element maybe goes to what you were speaking about, John Bonet, just like the level of media attention.
Yeah. And
Like
that
if
it's
John
still,
Bonet was and it's still like the fascination,
Yeah.
all of it.
it's like she gets talked about still like just as much as like Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt can still get talked about. That divorce could have been on it. That the way that tabloid magazines still
I think
have.
maybe you're the
Crazy,
only
like-
one still talking about that.
yeah,
I feel like they're still on the cover
No,
of
she
magazines.
still is talking about it. She's never gotten over it. And yes, this is an intervention, Jennifer Aniston, if you're watching.
dear God.
Okay, order.
Yeah.
I think the deliberation is finished.
Mm-hmm.
We will now take a brief recess and assemble the definitive list of top 5 craziest things that have ever happened. Call the number below your screen.
It's the blank list.
Court is back in session. The deliberation has ended, and we are prepared to reveal the top 5 craziest things that have ever happened. Starting with number 5, Dyatlov Pass.
What happened? What happened to those hikers?
Safe to say we'll never know.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it crazy. Number 4, Dancing Plague.
Mother Monster.
Me on a Friday.
Her mind. Number 3, 9/11.
Don't laugh.
Don't laugh.
I was crying.
Number 2, Emu War. There were 20,000 of them, and they were organized.
Also, these emus, we had it lower on the list, but we did just get some breaking news. Is that?
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
got the break. Oh.
Breaking news: the emus have taken down the fences. Australians, run for your lives!
Run.
And now the number 1.
No, our honorable.
Oh, I
mentions-
apologize. I apologize. Thank you,
Order.
Barrister Stewart.
Of course.
We do have an honorable mention, and it's our girl, JonBenet Ramsey.
Wow,
love you,
okay.
John. We love
Wait.
you, JonBenet.
Wait, JonBenet, I'm so sorry.
What's
You didn't win.
What's happening?
La La Land versus Moonlight, you won.
Oh my god.
Get up
oh my
here.
god, this is crazy.
This is crazy. This is the craziest thing that's ever happened.
Call the email.
Well, it's not the craziest.
It's kind of number 6.
Oh,
yeah.
what would you say is the craziest thing that's ever happened?
Well, the craziest thing that has ever fucking happened on this planet is fish on land.
Fish on land.
If you're sad, depressed, questioning your existence,
Questioning your sexuality.
blame it on the fish.
Blame it on the fish.
Fish.
We all come from that one fish. Let that guide you
Yeah, and maybe consider going back
back to the water.
to the ocean.
Maybe that'll fix everything.
And
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
would so prefer
It's time to return to our sources,
Back where they swam.
back where they swam.
back where they run.
No, we are where they run.
Order, order. Court is now adjourned. The list is made. May it last forever. May it speak to all the questions you may have about the universe.
Here they are answered.
Exactly. And on that note, I would like to encourage you each to do something crazy today. Try to out crazy one of these 5.
Not
Except
9/11.
for- yeah.
Except number 3.
Don't,
Except number 3.
Yeah, a different one.
And speaking of crazy, I would like to thank my co-hosts, Adam Capriolo, Dane Stewart. Thank you so much. I would like to thank our sound engineer and producer, Podcasting's Matt Rogers. And I would like to thank all of you for listening to The Blank List. Please subscribe, leave us a 5-star rating, follow us on socials, and we will be back with an all-new top 5 list really soon. Stay crazy.